So, did anybody see who was first
We
here?
had John Klar.
Well, yeah, John spoke up, so, again, can you just tell us your name and where you're from,
Yes,
please?
John Klar, K-L-A-R, Brookfield.
Klar.
And I don't want to take a long time. I've written about the subject, and I've been writing about it a long time, but I'm an attorney. I don't know how many attorneys are in the room, but if there are any, I'd like them to tell me why this is an impartial government body when you are, as Mr. Hurley has indicated, embracing one political ideology, whatever you might want to call it as a platitude. It's very visibly a political ideology for one party in this country. And now that's the issue. Because now that we're talking about chicken, if we're going to look at the past sins of a corporation to kids who did not politicize this event, it's now been politicized by others because somebody spoke up. And now we have a lot of people speaking up because these voices have not been heard about an ideology that does not belong at the school flagpole. MAGA is a sentiment. It's not a political organization. If we put MAGA flags up, would anyone complain? Would that be inclusive or divisive? Now, Mr. Millington, I believe I have the name correct, has violated the law. You violated the First Amendment. Saying, oh, I have the power under these regulations does not absolve you of compliance with US federal law. And you have a problem with that. You're gonna have a problem going forward. And so now I think the real question is how you continue to maintain that flag. I really think that the superintendent has a duty to remove an overtly partisan ideological flag. I know there are two sides, but that's why a school has no business favoring one. Fundamental First Amendment law does not get obviated by school regulations giving someone carte blanche power to decide whose chicken they like. As far as I understand, the kids chose this because there isn't one in Vermont. I've never had this stuff. But furthermore, this also raises the issue of socio-emotional learning and conditioning children for race and gender based on theories. I don't see the academic credentials in this gentleman or this school body to be making these kinds of decisions for children's emotional condition. And there are a lot of experts out there in psychoanalysis who are saying this could be very damaging for children. So before you experiment on them, I think the point has been made about math and reading. I think we were told that was going to be done with these kids. And now under COVID, I don't even know that testing is being maintained. So it's like, oh, look, now we can help them stop being white supremacists. It's highly offensive. And that's another whole matter. And so maybe that should be discussed with the children too, both sides of that issue. Thomas Sowell would be a great resource. If you haven't read Disparities and Discrimination before attributing every disparity to white supremacy, maybe you should read his book. He's a magna cum laude graduate of Harvard University and an economist, not Ibram Kendi, who has no credentials. So ultimately, this board will be responsible. This is an ongoing issue. And the answer is for government entities legally to exclude both sides and not to engage in the emotional reprogramming of the subconscious of children. If you haven't, heard of Brave New World or, any of these things, how about A Clockwork Orange? Fundamentally bad idea when government tries to recondition people, especially with anti-racism that is hateful, agitating, and angry. And you see the evidence here, and then we're told we're all racist because we like Martin Luther King. You cannot have equity and inequality in the same room, okay? They don't coexist. This is my background, I'm done, thank you. I studied social justice for 30 years as a lawyer. And I ask you to look at what you're doing. It's unconstitutional, for the record. Take the flag down. Take the flag down. Thank you.
Okay.